It's that time again.
Oh, hello.
How did you know that was coming?
Because it said so.
I feel like we've done this before.
Well, this is pretty short.
Yeah, unfortunately not all the Dark World levels in the game are like this, but...
Well, it's all based on the Light World counterpart, since the forest is really short and pretty straightforward. The Dark World is pretty much the same. They do amp up the gimmick with all the saw blades and the crumbly walls and whatnot, but for the most part it's not too bad.
Yeah, there are a few difficult screens where it looks like it's really hard, but then the trick is just basically know your wall jumping.
There's a couple narrow corridors like down there, but once you know the spots, it's always pretty consistent, so it's not like the gravity wells in the Rapture where you just don't know how the hell they're going to behave.
Yeah, but we'll deal with that later.
Well, you'll deal with that.
That is true.
So, like, there's a lot of levels like this. They look hard, but they really aren't.
Yeah. Just, you got to know your wall jumping, because wall jumps work.
Yep. And we're already halfway there.
Yeah, we're getting to some of the trickier levels. I personally don't do very well with these crumbly blocks, but...
Well, you did well enough to get through the entire Dark World.
That's true.
Oh, and here we get to show off one of the shortcuts in the level. Sometimes you get some pretty useful shortcuts like that one.
Sometimes there are shortcuts you can use, but they're usually too tricky to really depend on consistently.
Yeah, there's one in this level. I believe you need to use Ogmo for it, and it's just not worth it.
Some of them, in the Dark World Hospital I'm thinking of, there are a few where you can save a lot of time, but you can also instantly die, which...
wastes a lot of time.
Yeah.
So here's one of the levels with some of those corridors and jumps that we're talking about, so this is where it starts getting a little bit tricky.
I would say this is actually the hardest level in the Dark World Forest, because it's really easy to overshoot it, try to save time by being a hero, and then you just die, and it's annoying.
Yeah, a lot of it's just being patient, like this level, just being able to time all the saw blades, and it's just pretty straightforward, just as long as you don't rush things.
Although sometimes, like at the end there, it's good to not be too shy and tentative. Just run for it.
Now this one is just the same as Light World, just reversed.
And green for some reason.
It's a forest. Gotta be green.
It's true. This one's kind of interesting.
Yeah, they just kind of went overboard with the saw blades. Whoops. Nice save.
Thanks, I meant to.
I'm sure.
Yep, wanted to add some suspense. Okay, so green is the forest. What about blinding white?
That's so bad.
Okay, I'll go with that. But yeah, we're almost at the end. This level really isn't that bad. You'd have to be pretty slow to even worry about that.
Yeah, compared to the Light World, it's not that difficult.
Yeah, this one is a little bit tricky, if only because of the block in the middle.
Yeah, this is where sometimes I slip up. I like to start with this one when I'm going for the Iron Man runs, just because I know that this is the level I'm going to screw up on the most.
Yeah. But as soon as you can get past that, and if you don't get caught off guard by the saw blades going up at the very start.
Yep. And then clear sailing and you're done.
Yep. And that is the Dark World Forest. Not that bad. You can do it if you put your mind to it.
I'm sure. So next is the hospital?
Yep. So I'll see you then.
Goodbye.